So, I'm here, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the week, or 19 NFL games, so wildcard round, part 1. There are 6 wildcard games. I'm going to be doing 3 in this part, and 3 in the next part. I am. That's how I'm going to do it. So here we are. So, we have Saturday. There's the first one, 3:30 Eastern, or 4:30 Eastern. 4:30 Eastern, you and Fox. 4:30 Eastern time. It was 1:30 Pacific if you were Los Angeles area for a Rams fan here. Rams fan. And it was a tight game. It was a back and forth tight game. You thought you thought maybe early going into it one, the Rams would have this one. You're pretty handily, not handily, but maybe play close in the first part of the game, then maybe later on in the game, you guys start getting some separation. In like maybe the second half or somewhere, but at least somewhere in the game there will be a little bit of separation. Not just by like 3 points. I'm talking like maybe like Rams drop a touchdown, find a way to get up 10 or get up 14 or 15, 13 maybe touch the extra point. Get up 2 possessions and pull this one. But it was close throughout the whole game. And that shows that despite your 9 overall record, and lumping in by losing their winner take. That was supposed to be a winner take all game. They ended up losing it to force a to help the Falcons win or the Saints to get it. But they didn't show they were so were actually a good serious contender. And it showed, it showed. So now if there's win, it depends on one in the NFL. It depends on if the Rams win, if the Bears win, they'll play either Seattle or they could play the Bears or the Eagles. If the Bears win, if the Bears win and the 49ers win, they would play the Rams would play the Eagles. The Rams would play the Seahawks if the Bears and Eagles both won. But if the Bears won and the 49ers won, then they would play the Bears. There's no way for them to play the Eagles. Because that would require the 49ers. I mean, they could actually play the Eagles if the Packers won. They could play the Eagles if the Packers won. So how they play the Eagles or the 49ers. So if the Packers won, that'd be a guaranteed way to play the winner of that game. And they couldn't play Eagles, but the Bears won. You can only play either the Bears if the 49ers win, or the Seahawks then. And that's Matthew Stafford, 24-42, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Bryce Young, 21-40, 264 yards, touchdown, interception. Connor Williams, 13 carries, 57 yards. Chuba Hubbard had 13 on 6 receivers, 2 touchdowns. 10 catches, 111 yards, a touchdown. Coker had 9 catches, 134 yards, a touchdown. Solid game right there. And Matthew Stafford took a set. Late corner 11-45. Going to 4-3-14. Stafford 2 for 0. And then Daniels 5 catches, 106 yards. So 6 yards. There he moved 2 catches, 45 yards. Burns 2 catches, 2 catches, 3 yards. Jones 2 catches, 8 yards. Late corner 2 catches, 6 yards. Umfeld catch 11 yards. Oops. So what's the end? Enters at 2 sacks. Bryce Young 3 catches, 24 yards. No, 5 catches, yards. Joe CTN catch 4 yards. Travis Etienne Jr.'s brother. Go for it. And then McMillan had 5 catches, 8 yards. Trumbull had 3 catches, 3 yards. Drew Hubbard had 2 touchdowns. Racing got a touchdown rushing. Trumbull had 3 catches, 3 yards. And then Drew Hubbard had 2 catches, 3 yards. Again, 0 got catches, 8 yards. No catch for 6 yards. And then, so yeah. That was the game. So yeah, that was a big game. And then early on, right, scored 14. The first score, or episode. The first possession, they started for them. Short pass to complete 4 here. And that's a jump. Beat the 6 point is good. And the short tackle for 5 yards. And they beat the 6 point is good. So made it 14 nothing. And then Chicago rushed left guard for a yard. Put themselves up 14 nothing. Takes it. And then Chicago rushed left guard for a yard. With a sheer extra point. That's good. And then in the second quarter, Nevis 46 or 5 attempt is good. And then Christian should have that right to over 16 yards. They were up 17-14. That's their picture. This one. The picture of the 47 field. And Nevis before 2 yards for they traded field. So 2017. And Sugar second play of the fourth quarter. Straight tackle for 3. And the picture after it's 24 for the end. Matthew Stephen got Nevis. So they make it 27 and what the Nevis are Cameras and then Nevis with this one. Then Rice Young to go for a second. And then the picture of the fourth quarter. They started Carlson for 8 yards late and they made an even touchdown. So that was awesome. So great win for the St. Louis Rams. And the Chicago Bears. We'll play the Green Packers. The Chicago Bears had a huge comeback. The biggest comeback in NFL playoff history. Postseason history. They were, the start plus 4. They were down 21-6. And they come back and storm back and win 31-27. So Jordan Love 24-46 here, 23 4 touchdowns, almost 50 a little bit over 50% completion, but not the best. One attempt over 50%. Caleb Williams at 50%. But he had 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions, 360 yards. They weren't the most accurate about Caleb Williams, but the Bears had to do what they had to do. Offense, Josh Jacobs 18 and 55 yards. Bears had 13 catches, or 13 yards, 55 yards at touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, my bad. I see Rico Dobbs, but Romeo Dobbs, 8 catches, 125 yards at touchdown. Courtland Loveland, 8 catches, 130 yards, no touchdowns. Jordan did take a stop. Brooks 1 for 16, Reno 14, Jim Reed, Lowe 1 for, and he was 1 for 3. And then Matthew 1 for 44 touchdown, Jim Reed 4 for 3 touchdown, Christian 3 for 36 touchdown, and Brooks 1 for 11, Nicholas Gray 1 for 9, Lyle Kinnard and Jacobs. And cut Cheech. Then for the Bears, Caleb Williams to take a sack. Kamanaga had 8 catches, or 8 runs for 20 yards. Caleb Williams runs for 2 yards. And then you see lost 2 yards, and then keep going back on them. And then J.J. Moore has 6 catches, 6 yards at touchdown. Norma doing 2 catches for birds. Mr. Burnett 4 catches for 8 yards. Anderson 2 catches for 3 yards. Kamanaga for 2 yards. Zacchaeus catch for 3 yards. Smith the catch for 6 yards. Then Carcios 23 yards. Severe frequency was good. They get 3. Then Jordan Love runs for 6 yards. 7-3. Then Jordan Love J.N. Reed for 8 yards. They get 14-3. Then Jordan Love Romeo Dobbs for a yard. make it 21-3. Carson was 3-4, 21-6, 29, and then they were actually down 23, so down 18. So around 18, and that was an 18-point comeback. They came back. They were down a lot, largest comeback, in history. So they were down by that point and a certain point in the game. Came back, and then they ended up switching to the other one, and then the Anderson 600. And then make it 2016 the extra point. There's your love. Matthew going for 20 yards. The extra was missed. And Jim Williams was Zachary 3 yards. And the 2-point conversion was good. Cornell left the catch. Then Q Williams said game over 2 yards. They get 31-27. Chris says extra point. And the Buffalo Bills. They beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 27-24 with the win in Jacksonville, Florida. Josh Allen 28-3, 2 touchdown, 2 receptions. The game losing reception on the first play of the final drive of the league. Like automatic to Joe Lawrence 18-30, 3 touchdowns, 3 receptions. He scored 15 catches, 14 runs, 46 catches. Carries 15 runs, 46 yards. Jesse Etienne Jr. 10 catch, 10 runs, 6 yards. Team Shakir. Okay, Jose for 2 yards. Washington had 7 catches, or 7 yards a touchdown. And then Josh Allen. 11 runs, 43 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Cooks, 3 catches, 50 yards. Eric Coleman, catch for 3 yards. Alex, 3 catches, 3 yards. Duncan Kane, 3 catches, 2 yards. Shears, 2 catch for 4 yards. James, 2 catch for 2 yards. And Gordon, catch for 6 yards. James, 2 catches for 5 yards. And for Jaguars, 10 for 1 yards, turn 6 runs, 3 yards. And Allen for run for the yards, Washington, turn 3 yards. Jesse Jr., 5 catches, 4 yards, touchdown. Brian Toaster, 2 catches, 2 yards. Ramirez catch for 2 yards. And Strange and had 9 yards received. So this was a good, solid game. Matt Prayer for the air field on the first score, make it 3-0. Then Sean surpassed Brian Thomas for 2 yards, and the game looks was good. And Josh Allen for 2 yards to turn Matt Prayer was good. And Matt Prayer 47 for to make it 13-10. Then Campbell 43 for was good. We get 13-10. Then Sean surpassed the Pete Washington for 6 yards to touchdown. And the game was good. And but then Campbell did in the third quarter did miss a field goal too. Or was it the third? I believe it was the third. Yeah, when was it? Honestly, can't remember what it was. No, I think it was third. But he did end up missing a field goal to like a 55 yard return, and that was strange. You don't like a kicker that has the NFL record kick, like 70-yard kick he made preseason. He made a 68 yarder. And he made a 67-yard, and he made 7-yard outdoors, and a 67-yard field goal outdoors, 7-yard PC outdoors, Jacksonville, and a 67-yard field goal. You would think he would make every. I mean kickers are human, enough to win with a certain fraction, but he just missed it. And then Josh Allen the Allen kick for 2 yards, 2017. Then Trevor to Jesse Etienne for 14 yards. Alex was good, 24-20. Then Josh Allen rushing off 4 yards. Perez was good, 27-24. So the Bills outlast the Jaguars in the AFC. So the Bills, well, they will take on the winner of, if the Patriots win, they'll take on the Patriots. Actually, no, they won't. They're 16. They're 16, my bad. Actually, if the Patriots win, they would take on the. Actually, if the Patriots win, they would take on the Texans. Steelers winner, because they're the 5-4 seed, and the Bills would take on the Broncos. If the Chargers were to win, they would take on the Broncos, and then they would take on the winner of the Texans Steelers. So it all comes down to Bills win. With the Bills win, they either take if the Chargers win, they'll take on the